Welcome from far and near to my Soul Oracle reading for January 2025. Maybe you are still in the middle of the magic nights. In German it's called Rauhnächte, which is an old pagan tradition. Or maybe you are in party mood or have already jumped into this very interesting, powerful, creative new year of 2025. Anyway, I have already picked, as usual, the cards to give you a reading for the collective for January 25. And the first card is, as always, from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. And as a human collective, we have the smoky mirror in our field, and the smoky mirror is a symbol which invites us to see beyond ourselves. Maybe there are certain aspects, tendencies, topics in the field which are not yet intellectually visible, but we can sense there is something going on, but we have no clue yet what is coming up. And it's also an invitation to trust the hidden realms that's also based on the universal law, some higher forces orchestrating our time being here on planet Earth. And on the other side, it's also a symbol for the shadow side of our own psyche, that maybe we cannot really see some of our shadows, but I would interpret here that there are huge, great things coming into our collective field with a lot of opportunities for change for the good. And the power animal in January is the panther, and in the shamanic tradition the panther is the jaguar, and the jaguar is capable to see beyond everything, can see into higher realms beyond death. And the jaguar is also a symbol to have no enemies and no fear, because he's never prey. And the jaguar can already sense unexplored pathways which are not visible with our normal senses. And this is an invitation also to tune in and to try to sense what's coming up, and it's linked with this smoky mirror. Of course, the jaguar can maybe see already very early what's coming up, and this is something we can train and we can become aware of, that we have these capabilities now and forever if we accept and surrender to these skills and capabilities. And from the Sacred Destiny deck, we have the same animal. It's also the jaguar, and focus. So we are invited to really focus on these unexplored pathways and on the invisible, and that we can trust that higher forces will guide us to our harvest, to abundance, to love, to freedom, to peace as well. This is a very important message, even if peace and freedom is not that much visible at every corner nowadays, but it's potentially in the fields for the next year. And the spirit of nature, they invite us to develop a new attitude, and the new attitude, of course, is linked to our accepted capabilities to see far beyond the normal, and that we also are invited to follow our dreams, to follow our intuition, and to follow also our intention, and that we focus also on our intention to become a co-creator, of course, for the next year. From the spellcasting deck, also an interesting message. It's the transformation. Again. But it's also, let's say, a very positive message of an outcome of a development as a human collective, that we, even if many things are unclear, are behind the smoke or behind the fog, that we will rise and that we will transform into a new era of being here on planet Earth. And there is also from the deck Beyond Lemuria a wonderful card which is about partnership. Whether this is a intimate love partnership, or in business, or in family, or as part of societies or countries, that we create harmonic flights together, a harmonic co-creative being in these times, because higher forces will interact with us and will guide us into a new time of being. Even if there are many brutal things still around on Earth, there is an announced change of transformation for the good in the next year, the upcoming year. And from the tarot deck, the Good Tarot, we have Messenger of Air, and Messenger of Air has the meaning that we shall let go of old beliefs, of old habits, old maybe also equations we think it's true, and that we release also a certain fear we might still have for the unknown, and the unknown in terms of not visible, not in all details already present developments, that we surrender and trust in the change. So, and from the deck, the Sacred Creators, magic happens when we most expect it. It's not everything just guided by higher forces. Even if serendipity is in the field, it's us taking the momentum and to turn such moments into magic and into wonderful developments, and that we use these occasions to create for the better, for the good, fearless as the jaguar is. And from the deck, the Treasure of Souls, this is in German, it's Verbundenheit, but this means connectedness. So this is the invitation to really step in the shoes of interconnectedness and to have harmonic flights and to feel one with everyone, and that we decide for co-creation and for peace and not for aggression and not for war. And this is really an important message, and also an opportunity and an energy which is in field, a frequency which is now growing and expanding throughout the whole humanity, and it's up to us for which timeline we decide to follow and to go. And from the angel deck, I expected that we will get an angel for trust or for future or so, because everything other things is about transformation, about fearlessness, about harmonic, living together. It's the angel of goodbye. But angel of goodbye, the message is that we are never alone. We never walk alone, and that we can let go, really let go of the old habits, of the old dogmas, of the old beliefs, and that we also in these times of transition and in these times of uncertainty, in a way, we are guided by angel, and that they will prepare us to say goodbye to really the old times, and that we can welcome a new era, which is already predicted for long, and that we can trustful step into much more harmonic, even if it's uncertain, and to know that we're gonna be transformed whether we want or not. And then I have from the transformation code deck also a symbol we can use either to paint energetically on body parts, on the heart chakra, for example, or we can meditate on. It's about the connectedness with our ancestor lineage. And the message behind is that we are invited also to connect with our ancestor lineage and to profit from their experience, and maybe also to do things now in these times differently than what they did or what they experienced many generations ago, and that now we are stepping in a completely new era, but we can still feel connected with our origin and our lineage, and having powerful guides on our way into a bright future. And the last card for this reading is, again, I was Healing Sense a card. And it's just the scent of jasmine. Jasmine is the flower for January, and the message is that we surrender to the sweet life, and that we surrender to a loving being, and that we surrender to having a harmonic flight into a new year, which predicts a change of an era. So I hope I could inspire you a little bit with my card reading for a very nice and very beautiful and very peaceful start into the new year. And if you have any questions, just use the comments down below, and I would appreciate to get a small like and even a subscription of my channel to get spread out through these virtual worlds into many hearts interested in such kind of readings and predictions. Now, I hope I will see soon for the upcoming months, and in the meantime, I wish you all my best and love and blessings. Bye bye.